Hi, it's Luke with Out of Darts. Today I'm going to show you how to tension a hurricane magazine. The Hurricane Blaster has been very popular and it's a lot of fun because it's very unique and it's in a kind of fun form factor. First thing to note is that there are 4 screws here. That is just to get access to the actual mechanism inside. If you wanted to, I don't know, get a stick or a piece of dirt or clean it out, you would remove those 4 screws. That's not what we're going to talk about today. Tensioning is very simple. You've got this cap on the back here, which is just pressure fit. You're going to take a flathead screwdriver and just gently turn this around a little bit at a time and just slowly pry, and it will work its way off. You don't want to go too fast. And now under here, you're going to see a constant force spring. Now this one is properly tensioned, or at least it was when I put this on, but essentially how this works is you've got this constant force spring, which looks like this little coil, and it gives the rotational force. Now, if you're not getting enough force, enough rotation, and I'm just going to put this back on lightly, you'll see that I go all the way to the end, there's a hard stop, and if I let go, it springs all the way back, and there's a decent amount of force. It should sound like that if it's a brand new one and it's set up correctly. Now, we do occasionally get customer emails that either it was set wrong at the factory or needs adjustment. So to change the tension, all you're going to do is take a smaller flathead screwdriver and you're going to kind of scoot it up underneath this little lip here, and you're going to pull that up. Now, these are wound when looking in this direction counterclockwise, meaning they go in this orientation. If you want your mag tighter, you're going to go further counterclockwise. So I've gone 1 notch, 2 notch, 3 notches. Now I've actually gone too far here, so I'm going to guess that if I put this back on, oh, I actually still have enough tension, but I can feel at the very end it's actually binding a little bit, and what's happening is we're getting to the very end of that spring. That could potentially reduce the life of the spring and put other stress on the plastic components. Now, so that would be the way to add tension. If we wanted to remove tension, we're going to go clockwise. So again, we would rotate this way. Again, I'm holding that tab, and all I'm doing is loosening up this spring. Now, if you're not careful, this can fly out and be all over the place, but don't worry, all you need to do is wrap it back around. But that is essentially all there is to tensioning this. Then to replace this, you just push this back on firmly and you're set to go. It's worth noting these obviously only fire full-length darts. There are mods to do short darts, but that's a separate thing. Hopefully this helps you if you needed to tension yours. I'm going to really quickly show you what happens if you did happen to bop this little flange here on the spring off altogether. So you might get something happening like that where it will come loose, and some of them you might have, maybe you dropped one and the cap popped off or something like that. But it's the same thing. You're just going to circle round and round. I find it easier to hold this in place and circle round, and eventually it will get small enough that you can get it back in. And I find that typically it's going to look something like that. Gonna line up that little key there, put it on, and you're good to go. Hope that helped you out. Thanks for watching.